shifting to, I won't say organic food, but shifting to millets, shifting away from cereals and such. We already seen stirrings of such change. What do you think this will be by 2040, Gopalji?
Well, I'm told it's going to be all cacti, edible cacti.
Wonderful.
That's the food of the future.
All right.
ICR is already working on it.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
so not now, 15 years ago, they started working on it. So
Right.
I think that is there. However, the elite will get certain food because it will be grown in greenhouses, etc., etc. So the rich don't, the super rich don't have to be worried about it. But that gets me to 3 points that I want to quickly say. Because Ajit and Neil endorsed the idea of earthworms. Nobody doubts that vermicompost is good. But my point is this, that these are hybridized worms that are introduced. They move horizontally, whereas earthworms should also move vertically. That's my first point. The second point, which is even more worrisome, because these are industrially bred, you are now seeing big earthworms coming in. What the future would be, I wouldn't know. So that's my first submission to you. So let's also rethink many of these things, because we seem to go with, let me give you 2 examples of mainframe thinking, which worries me. Raval ji will talk to me about the protein value of, say, sorghum or jawar or anything like that. But when I work with the communities know its value. Because they say we can walk longer distances, we're able to work harder, etc. But the interesting motivation is that for every 1 kg of rice, 750 grams is enough. We don't even make that calculation. We just assume that 1 kg of rice is equal to 1 kg of jawar. No, a family of 5 can manage with 750, but they would require 1 kg of, no. So that's my first point. So therefore, when we make these comparisons, because it's very easy to talk science and push it on proteins, but the point is the consumer is the decision maker, and the poor consumer is the customer that I'm trying to focus on. That brings me to Mrinalini's point, is that I think we also need to think of what should be the principle in deciding planting. We just go by hackneyed, known things, etc., etc. But if we look closer and deeper, we have to understand that regrowth really is a succession principle. And that succession comes from observation. So therefore, the point is not to win in the short run with fast-growing species, but to win in the long run of changing the ecoclimate in that area. So if that is the goalpost we keep, we will think differently. So therefore, rather than saying which species is suited to my soil, which comes from mainstream soil scientists, we should now relook at it, say, what is it that can trigger a faster growth in 5-10 years from now, and having the multiplicity that is required in that ecosystem of planting.
Okay, sir, very well said, Gopalji. Thank you. Now you are taking the talk to a next level of our discussion. Rice is a starch-dominant granule. Bajri, jowar, no. And highest starch is corn, and therefore world over, rice and corn made the major staple food of the population, not barley. Okay, I'll give you one more scientific input if you are interested. If we take germinated seeds, be it bajri, jowar, gehu, anything, the protein content of germinated grain is double that of non-germinated grain. How many of us germinate and eat it? Show me one population except South India, which is the wisest population in my case, because when they do idli or dosa, it is a fermented stuff, and fermentation digests the seed coating of the cellulose, which human body cannot digest. Number one. Number two, there are 3 varieties of earthworm. And the earthworm that vermiculture is talking is Icina fetida, which does not burrow. which grows, I have seen double the thickness of my thumb, size of Icina fetida, where the forest foliage is more than 6 inch thick and decayed. It is the detritus feeding that Icina fetida is helpful for vermiculture, not other two varieties of earthworms which go down and we see the some dust what do they call on the surface of the soil. Earthworm bolna hai, so we must know which earthworm we are talking.